Hello, everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Sekani, a podcast for people in their 20s who are trying to figure out life and not get lost along the way. Today's guest is someone helping people rethink one of the most overlooked parts of success, sleep and recovery. Cole Aceret is a certified personal trainer and the founder of Night Nutrition, a supplement company focused on optimizing performance through better sleep recovery, and overall health. After a personal loss that changed his perspective on fitness, Cole shifted his focus towards helping athletes and high performers understand that recovery isn't optional, it's essential. Cole, welcome to Conversations with Sekani. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah, it's great to be here. Great to be sharing. Great word about fitness, sleep, and look forward to this conversation. And hopefully we can help some young adults, get in better shape, get their sleep in check, and live their healthiest and their fullest lives.
All right. So yes, can you take us back to your 20s? What was your lifestyle like in terms of fitness, health, and daily habits?
Right. So right now I am 25. I just turned 25 about a month ago. So I'm like right in the middle of it. And um, looking back on the last 5 years of my life in my 20s, I'd say I'm very proud of what I've been able to accomplish in my young years. I didn't, just try and sit around and wait till life happened to me. I felt like I proactively took action to become a personal trainer, start my own business, and hold down a job as well in my 20s. So, um, that's really part of the best advice I can give to people in their 20s. And I mean, I look forward to improving on that, diving deeper into my business and trying to make a bigger impact on people the next 5 years of my 20s as well.
All right. So, talking about diving deeper, right? You're the founder of Night Nutrition. So, what exactly do you do and what problem are you solving in the fitness space, basically?
Yeah, so pretty much the story with Night Nutrition was about 5 years, 6 years ago now, at the start of 2020. My dad passed away from a heart attack, but we didn't really know like why he passed away from a heart attack. He was super dedicated to his fitness routine. He was super dedicated to his nutrition as well. So we were just at a loss of words when it happened. But a few weeks after he passed away, I was reading this book called Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. Don't have it on me right now, but uh, the book in it says that if you're over the age of 45 and get less than 6 hours of sleep on average, your chances of having a heart attack or stroke go up 200%. So when I learned that, I was like, wow, like my dad was always burning the candle at both ends. He was always kind of going to bed later and then waking up earlier, just getting after it, getting to the gym. The day he had the heart attack, he actually woke up around 3:30 that morning, and I did too. And I thought it was just a regular morning, but little did I know that was the last time I would see my father alive. So he went off to the gym. I went back to bed. I get a phone call from my mom in the morning, and she was like, "Hey, Dad got in an accident. The neighbor's going to come pick up you, your brother, and your sister, and take you guys to the hospital." So he did, but when we got there, it was too late. My dad was gone, and it was super devastating. And over the years, as I've accumulated experience as a personal trainer, I also work in a supplement shop. I figured I would take my unique experience and start a company that, shares this story and also creates supplements products that help people, sleep better, work out, and overall like help with their nutrition too. So the problem we're solving is helping people. I mean, mainly I would say into health and fitness, sleep better, sleep deeper, and recover their most optimal. Because in the short term, in your 20s, you might not, if you're kind of sacrificing sleep, it might not hurt you as much. But if you keep that habit up into your 30s, 40s, and 50s and 60s, you could be cutting your life short. And even in the short term, I just notice when I'm not getting sleep, my energy goes down. I'm not able to lift as strong. I crash a lot harder later in the day. So I just think sleep is a cheat code. If you can lock that down in your 20s, you're going to be way ahead of everyone else that's staying out at night, partying, people that, just aren't prioritizing their sleep. They're going to be more slow, sluggish, and needing to rely heavily on other substances like, caffeine. I drink caffeine, but I don't feel like I rely on it. I need it. I need it. I feel like it's nice. It enhances my days, but I try it not to do it, too late at night. And I think that's another problem in the health and fitness space is a lot of people are using and abusing caffeine way too late in the day. I think you could use caffeine later in the day, but it's the dosage. It's the dosage that does the damage. You got to do the right amount and not too much, because if you do too much, that caffeine's going to last and that's going to get into your sleep quality and that's just going to, lead to more problems. So to answer that question, we're bringing quality sleep to mainly people into health and fitness and just people, that want to live longer, want to live healthier.
All right. So yes, I think what you're doing is amazing, actually, and also very important because a lot of people overlook sleep, right? We
Right.
think of every other aspect of being healthy, but sleep. We
Mhm.
always just overlook sleep. We think it's by eating healthy, by hitting the gym. I'm sorry for what happened to your dad, but
Thank
then it's what most people do like in modern days, right? They just believe it's about hitting the gym, eating healthy, and just going about your day, but they never consider sleep. So I like that you're letting people know that sleep is as important as every other thing in the human life, basically, and it helps, enhance your day. It just makes you feel better. Like you said, you act better, you feel better, and just do things in a more calm way, right?
you.
So yes, that's what I noticed about sleep too. So, what do you think, right, are some real practical ways someone can immediately start improving their sleep and recovery?
Yeah. I would say some foundational habits are trying to establish, a consistent time that you're gonna go to bed and wake up. I feel like it's kind of easier to do during the week when you're working, when you maybe got to get up early, so you're going to bed at a consistent time. But I feel like a lot of people get tripped up on the weekends, and I mean. I'm also sort of responsible for that as well. I'm not, a perfect human being, not a robot, I don't have an on and an off switch right, under my shirt. So, trying to get to bed and wake up around a similar time, would, definitely be recommended. And even though the brand, my name is the Night Nutrition, I would say not working out too close to bedtime if you can avoid it. If you
Mm.
can't, I would still recommend getting it in regardless. But if I would say the most ideal time to get your workouts in is going to be around like right at that like 5 p.m. time, right after, if you're working, like a 9 to 5 type of job, getting off of work and then going straight to the gym and, doing your workout. And that's going to allow your body's core temperature, your body heats up a lot when you're working out.
Yeah.
And over the next few hours after you're done working out, your body's going to cool down and it's going to be in a perfect state to sleep. Even if you add on like a shower or something like that, that's going to help your body relax before bed. You're gonna feel clean. You're gonna feel like, it's kind of funny. But in this one book I was reading about sleep, it's a different one by Sean Stevenson, Sleep Smarter. In that book, he says that like you want to pretend kind of like you're getting ready for a hot date with sleep. Like it's kind
Mhm.
of funny. But you want to, get ready. Don't necessarily, you don't got to do your makeup or you go really polish yourself or anything like that, but have kind of a routine. Try and maybe read a book or something. Maybe, put your phone on charge in the other room or, try not to scroll much on it. And if you are scrolling on it, get yourself a pair of blue light blocking glasses. These are great for, blocking out the blue light. Basically, if you guys don't know what the blue light does, is that it suppresses your melatonin levels. So
Mm.
if you're looking at screens, if you're looking at computers, if you're looking at, watching TV at night, that blue light is going through your receptors and going into your brain and suppressing that melatonin. So by wearing these, it's kind of helping a bit. If you must, but you're always going to be better off reading a book, taking a shower, doing a meditation, or something like that before bed. But if you're not, get yourself a pair of these.
All right. Okay. Yes, thank you so much for that one. Actually, now I know what to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we said what to do, how to prevent, how to, sleep better, actually. And I need us to understand what poor sleep can cause, right? I feel like not many people know about that. So for high performance, or let's say entrepreneurs or athletes, even students, how does, poor sleep quietly affect their performance and their long-term health?
Yeah. There is so many studies out there just proving that less sleep is going to result in negative performance. Just one
Mm.
thing that I can say that's huge is that there was a study done where they basically sleep deprived people
Mm.
and compared that with people being under the influence of alcohol. And being under the influence of sleep deprivation is pretty much worse than
Mm.
being on, a full night of sleep and having some alcohol. So, if you're an athlete, if you're someone that takes your health seriously and you're not prioritizing your sleep, you could be working out, pretty much drunk or worse. You want to be focused, you want to be sober, you want to be locked in, you don't want to be sleepy, sluggish, and then slower than your peers. So, I mean, there's so much stuff out there just showing that your cognitive performance, your strength, your hormones, hormones are huge nowadays too, and optimizing your hormones, the testosterone if you're, a man, having a good estrogen production if you're a woman, affects your hormones hugely because that's, I like to think about it as like we all got these cell phones here, right?
Yeah.
You got one? You on one? Right. You're probably listening to this on a phone. Is that phone charged up?
It's
Yep.
charging, right?
Uh-huh.
It's charging as we speak.
Yeah, it's charged up, That's what sleep does to us. This is
Mm,
pretty much sleep right here, and this is your
mm.
body. You plug it
Okay.
in and you get charged up. It's as simple as that. So if you aren't charging your phone, for the long enough period, our batteries are all, can be different. Some people can run off less sleep, some people need more sleep. It really depends on your biology, but most people can do good with around 8 hours of night a night. That's all I'm asking for. I'm
Mm,
not necessarily, hey, spend 12 hours in bed. No, we're not trying to be lazy here. If you're
mm,
listening to this in your 20s, it's go time. Like, let's get after it. But at the same time, it's like, well, if you're cutting it below 6, 5, even 4 hours of sleep sometime, that's gonna be wrecking your progress. You're not gonna be growing as much like strength and muscle. I don't know if your viewers are, trying to be like bodybuilders or anything, but if you're trying to go to the gym and see results, lose weight, gain muscle, sleep is huge for that as well. It's going to help you burn more calories and lose weight faster, or build muscle as well. It improves growth hormone. So there's just so many benefits to sleeping right that we can't ignore it anymore.
mm, mm. Okay, so yes, thank you so much for that, Ace. And I think you gave the perfect example when you're talking about cell phone and charging, right? Like you said, you said some people operate better, not better, but they operate well even if their battery isn't charged, right, fully, while some will not even operate at all if their battery is not. So everybody's battery is different, but at that, sleep is still very important, just as charging your phone is also very important. So yes, thank you so much for that. And this one question keeps popping up in my head, right?
Gosh.
So I'm eager to know, right? What are you currently working on? And where do you see the future of fitness in years to come, basically?
Yeah. So, I mean, right now I'm a busy man, to be honest. I got a lot on my plate. Um,
Okay.
but pertaining to this conversation, we're working a lot at growing Night Nutrition. We're a young company. We've been doing this for a little over a year now, but kind of what we started with was our protein here. Basically, with this, I worked really hard on this. It's, like 20 grams of protein, and then on top of that, we got some premium ingredients in here like magnesium, magnesium, chamomile, L-theanine, L-glycine, zinc, saw palmetto, selenium glycinate. Do you know what any of those are? Not really.
I know magnesium though.
Yeah, so yeah, we
It's
just
fine.
did a lot of research on what is best recommended for sleep and then put that in with a protein powder. So, you're doing your workout and then after you can take some night nutrition protein powder to wind down to help you get into that deeper sleep. A lot of these ingredients have been proven to help with deep sleep, help with REM sleep. So we started with that, and more recently, we came out with this pre-workout here. So basically, with this pre-workout, what do you think of when it comes to pre-workout? You think like, oh, that's got to have like a lot of caffeine in it, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of a non-stim pre-workout by chance?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically what it is it doesn't have any caffeine in it. Basically,
Okay.
what it has is ingredients to help with blood flow, ingredients to help with hydration, ingredients to help with focus, and we threw many more in here. Another one a lot of people know of is creatine, so that is in this product as well. And kind of what we're working on is just, we have these two flavors, these two products. We're working on growing those, expanding those. I would also love to, get your audience like a special offer. We have a welcome offer too, where we have these little sample packets. I don't have any on me right now, but they're in the other room, so they basically have like one, two servings in each packet of these, so your audience can try it out at a low cost and see how they like it, if it's for them, if it fits in their routine. Kind of what we're building at Night Nutrition is the Night Nutrition system. So we're not just trying to, sell random supplements. We're trying to create a strategic system that supports your health and fitness. Our kind of ideal clients are people who are working that 9 to 5, working from sometime in the morning to sometime in the afternoon, that are getting off of work and trying to go to the gym, take your pre-workout. That's going to help you lock in for your workouts without ingredients that are going to disturb your sleep. And then after your workout, you take the protein, you get the muscle recovery from the protein, and then the additional ingredients in there to help you get some quality sleep. So we're working on more flavors. We're working on expanding the line of products as well. But these are like our core foundational products, and I'm super excited to get this message out there. And yeah, we can put a link in the video somewhere with a special offer for your audience.
All right. Yes, definitely. I'll be putting the links in the show notes. Exactly. And yes, I'm actually excited for your what do I call them? Shakes?
Yep.
Your shakes, right?
Oh yeah. Pick it up. No.
Okay. All right. So yeah, this has been amazing. I really do appreciate it. It's a conversation for anyone who is trying to build a life, their body, and also their future the right way, actually. And yes, I just need you to let us know, right? If we want to get to know more about you and what you do, particularly your products, right? How do we get them and how do we reach out to you? Mm.
Yeah, well, we'll leave a link in here, but we're pretty active mainly on Instagram. My personal Instagram, I like to post different short form stuff. I also got a YouTube channel that I'll post some stuff on as well, and our Night Nutrition Instagram as well. We're very active on there. So that would be like the best places to, connect with us. And we have a website as well. So yeah, I would say if you guys are interested in night nutrition, want to check it out, want to get involved, those are the best places to connect with us.
Right. Okay. So for Instagram, immediately after this, I would be following you on Instagram. And I'm
Okay.
going to put all the links in the show notes, like I said. And yes, thank you so much, Cole. This has been amazing. And to my listeners, thanks for tuning in to Conversations with Sekani. If this episode sparked something in you, make sure to share to someone you think might need this and also subscribe so you don't miss out on new episodes.